Now it's working.
Are you sure?
Yep. See, we got a check mark.
Are we back on Facebook?
It's going to take a minute for it to pop back up. Now we're on Facebook. Now we're going. All right. So YouTube's check, Facebook's check. I have no idea why it did that.
Was it just not set up correctly? And
I don't know. It just did not go through.
do we need these microphones?
Yeah.
Oh.
If not, it would have to use the computer mic, and it's not very good.
Hello.
We're going to wait a few
can
minutes.
barely see that, but I'm trying. And I even have my glasses here, but hey.
Oh, there we go. YouTube says you're back, but it was showing not working on YouTube. It's crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to get, well, that didn't help because
it is crazy.
My vision's good from far away, but it's not good close up, and the computer's across the Australia. Good morning.
Good morning. And this was a spur of a moment thing. This wasn't planned out. So, yeah. Can y'all hear us okay? That's the other thing I want to make sure, because we've never done it with mics before. I just want to see if you guys can hear us okay.
I don't know how delayed
I don't know how delayed it is either.
So we're just giving people a chance to join.
Yeah.
Is the red YouTube and the blues Facebook?
The red YouTube and the blues Facebook.
Oh, goodness. It's a good mix then.
Yeah, it's really.
And people are saying, yes, they can hear fine.
Good deal.
Okay, so it's almost dark here. 7:30.
Yeah.
It's getting, late.
A little bit of daylight outside.
A little bit of daylight, but we decided we would try this sit-down format, which is the way
our podcast normally is. And we normally do a podcast, and I edit it and then upload it. But I told you I was just too tired to do it tonight.
And besides that, we're just about out of time for the day. And it would take you till midnight if we had to upload it. And so we'll see how this works. And y'all let us know how you like it. I know we're not outside visiting with the animals, but it may be that we could do one formatted this way and several outside.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
But so we're just going to kind of carry on like we would a normal podcast. And I'm sorry, I can't read the questions from here. You guys are welcome.
From Peru.
You guys are welcome to chat as much as you want to, but I'm having a problem seeing.
And I should have some moderators hopefully jump on too. So Head Family Farm and Big Family, Small Farm, aka the Naked Hog too. So
yeah, that's right.
Jump on too.
So we had a busy day today. Mary Carl and I had to run over to our former home of Selma, Alabama, to have our teeth cleaned.
No cavities?
No cavities for either of us. But we did have to have some x-rays done, which is just your typical 6-month checkup. And we had to be over there early this morning. So since we've moved to our new location, we don't have the ability to run down the road and go to our community swimming pool anymore.
Yeah, that's one thing is that
that's one thing that's changed.
Missing the swimming pool.
Well, we literally could hop in the car, like run down the road. It was literally like a mile.
It's like a mile from the house.
And
little cog, old cog.
Right. Yep. If we got hungry, we ran back to the house, fixed a sandwich or whatever we wanted, and went back to the pool. Right. So it was that convenient. So she's been wanting to go swimming.
Bad.
And a friend of ours who is a member of the pool that we used to frequent has 2 little girls, and little meaning one going into 3rd grade, one going into kindergarten. But Mary Carl loves them and they love her and they get along great. So her mother and I got to visit a little today.
Good deal.
And Mary Carl swam with the girls. So she's kind of tired.
I bet she is tired.
She's tired, and I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. You know that sun just drains you.
It does.
You could be outside and not doing much of nothing and stay out in that sun all day. And when you get in that evening, you're going to be wore out.
Well, we describe it as feeling like you've been on the river all day.
Yeah.
Because that's what we grew up having was a river.
We had the Alabama River that was right here by us, and we'd all,
you'd get in a boat and you'd go, hang out at the river all day. And you're just tired after a day in the sun. And while I didn't swim, I can't find my bathing suit. And we had to buy Mary Carl a new one, and I'm just not up for that right now because I don't have anywhere to go swimming till we get the pond full.
Right.
And then I'm going to swim away. But, we had fun.
Good. I'm glad y'all had
Hey,
fun.
you were not with us, but you got a lot done, you said.
I did. I got a lot done on Mary Carl's aviary. And I saw somebody say, I saw that. It said roll tide roll.
Roll tide.
You know, I could pick that up out of
Look.
all that stuff coming up there.
And here I am squinting, and I still don't see it.
Anyways, yeah, I got the aviary. I didn't get it finished, but I got a good bit done on it. And look at the sun I got today. Look at that.
Well, I'm
out in it all day. That's what's crazy. But you know why?
Why?
It was cloudy today. You know how that cloudy could get you?
It will. It will. I applied sunscreen to Mary Carl very heavily, but I could still tell where she got a little sun peeking through.
I didn't wear my sun hat because it was cloudy, and I just had a regular
Don't
hat
let those clouds fool you.
They will fool you.
You will get
the sun. I didn't need it because it wasn't so bright sunny, and the
I
sun
probably shouldn't show this.
Yeah.
But this is what
I can't edit nothing out now.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to take my clothes off. Kind of, but not really.
Oh, goodness.
This is what you call a farmer stand. Can y'all see it? Well, let's go this way. That's a farmer stand.
It is.
And my ankles look the same way because I wear little ankle socks. And I don't care how much sunscreen you put on, the sun is still going to
it's still
turn that skin that's exposed a darker color. And you see it around my eyes.
Yep.
And that's just the way the world rolls.
It is. Yeah, I got a good bit done on the aviary. It's just hard for me to explain what I did, but a good bit done, getting it ready to put the wire on it. And once I keep changing it as I go because I'm not a carpenter at all. I'm far from a carpenter. And so I needed some more boards because I don't like the way it's going to do. And I'm scared it's going to sag. And
another thing is we knew we didn't have enough wire to begin with.
Yeah, we got to get some more wire.
So we decided that we were just going to pick up some hardware cloth when we ran out. My intentions were on the way home to stop at a little hardware store and pick up a roll because I know they have it and it's at a good price. Guess what? It was after closing when Mary Carl and I made our way home. Know what that means?
I got to get wood anyway, so it's not.
Yeah, but we spent the day at the pool.
Y'all did. And I told y'all to have a good time.
Well, we did. Yep. We had a good time.
I told y'all to have a good time.
It's just when you're not aware of the clock, time will slip away from you. And that's what happened. But we went to have fun and we weren't on a schedule.
Right.
So we're back in time for this live.
Back in time for the live. And I got some grass cut. I cut the chicken area. I cut Nugget's area. Let me tell you, Nugget will not get out of the way of the lawnmower. The tractor, you go in there, he don't. But the lawnmower, he thinks it's a toy or whatever.
We're gonna have to team up on that then. One of us is gonna have to sit down and rub him because he'll be still if you're petting on him.
He will be still if you're petting on him.
And that's what we did when I cut it with the tractor.
It is because I loved on him while you cut it with the tractor.
That's right. That's why he didn't act crazy.
He would just stand in front of it, and I'm going on the lawnmower. Not the tractor, but the zero turn. And I'm going, and he just stands there, and I have to stop. And he just stands there and looks at me. And I ain't got a horn on it. I had to get me a horn put on it or something. He just stands there. And I'm like, move, Nugget, move. And
I got to interrupt you. My nose keeps itching.
Oh.
And I realize why. There's a hair. But you know what they say when they say your nose is itching?
What's that?
Somebody's coming to see you with a hole in your britches. That's what I always heard. Maybe it's Nugget.
Yeah, maybe it is Nugget. Nugget ain't got no breeches on.
No, he don't. He doesn't. But I didn't get much accomplished today, but
you did. That's fun with Mary Carl.
So I came back to find that the electricians had been here all day.
All day.
And Mama's house is just about ready.
They're getting close. They hung up a lot of stuff, trimmed out a lot of stuff. All the switches and plugs are in now. The ceiling fans have been hung. The garage lights got hung.
Garage lights are in. That's a big step because I've been thinking how dark it's going to be in there.
Right.
Without lights.
And you called the power company on Monday.
I did.
And the engineer came down here, and I met with him that day. He came that Monday, didn't he?
Yeah, he came that day.
Yeah, he came that day. And I met with him, and we discussed where everything was going to go and how we're going to get power over to the house and everything. And he said no later than Friday. No. Earliest is Friday, but no later by Wednesday. And but he said they're really busy, and he didn't think it'd be Friday.
Well, I just keep saying Friday. Friday, the power company's coming.
Right.
I'm not going to be disappointed if they don't come, but I sure hope they do.
So when they do come, we got a temporary pole over there, but they're going to take it out, set another pole, and then run the for real, legit, forever power to the house.
That's right.
And the garage and your mom's house.
And that's all going to be ready to go to in Mom's house.
Right.
Now, ours doesn't have switches or anything obviously installed because, number one, they're spray foaming right now.
They are. Not only did electricians come today, Tyler from Alabama Pro Foam, he came today and started spray foaming the inside of the house. And he thinks he'll be finished by Friday.
And I must say that when I got home, I told Jason that I wanted to go see the progress that was made on the houses. And he said, well, I told you what they had done in your mom's house. And I said, yeah, but I just want to go see it. So after I saw what they had done at Mom's house, I walked over to our house. And I'm going to tell y'all, they're probably 80% finished with the first coat.
Yeah.
And it's total different sound.
It is. The sound's different. And that's the closed cell foam, which is not the soundproofing foam, which
I could tell
later.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the second coat. And it's still, the sound was different.
I could tell a big difference just from walking in there.
Even the temperature was different.
It was different. Yeah. And I was amazed.
Yeah, I was too.
He pretty much did Mama's in one day. And so, therefore, we didn't have that,
Right.
I just wasn't expecting it to be. Can you see?
I did. Somebody said if your ear itches, somebody's talking about you. Ear ain't itching.
My nose was itching. Somebody's coming to see me with a hole in their britches. Have you heard that?
Somebody said the nose is itching. That you're gonna kiss a fool if your nose is itching. I'm a fool.
Okay, I kissed a fool.
Oh me.
No, he's not a fool.
But yeah, the spray foams here. Oh gosh, it's a lot going on. It really is a lot going on. I mean, once the spray foam guy's done, then Brant's got to come back and finish up some inside stuff.
Right.
And then the sheet rockers, which may be ship lappers.
Yeah.
Can we call them that?
Yeah, ship lappers.
Because we're debating on, we don't want to do the whole barn dominium in sheetrock. We're thinking about doing shiplap or what do they call
nickel
it?
Gap.
Nickel gap tongue and groove, which looks like a farmhouse.
It does. It does. And so I've been looking on all of my resources for a less expensive way to involve shiplap or nickel gap siding in our house.
Yes.
And I've come up with several options. One of them's in Birmingham, which is about, it could be an hour and 15 minutes or so, but it's interstate. So I got to pull a 20-foot trailer down the interstate to get it for a cheaper price than your big box stores. Or the other one is pretty far down south.
Yes.
And I don't really want to do that because, say it rains.
Yes.
And I'm on the way back and I've traveled 2.5 hours or whatever. And then I need more and I got to make another trip. I found some by making a phone call.
And I want to give credit to Tyler at Alabama Pro Foamers.
Yes.
He's the one that told us to call these people.
He is. Yes. He is. However, I have thought of it in the past, but I did not think they would have it.
I didn't think they have it either. I really didn't think they would have it.
One reason is because it's dried, meaning the moisture's pulled out of it to where it's a dried board. I mean, it's ready to go. And I thought they didn't have the ability to do that. But upon calling yesterday, you were in the truck with me.
I was.
You and I ran over and got some materials that we needed.
We got toilets.
We got toilets.
We went toilet shopping yesterday.
So I called them and I put it on speaker so you could hear exactly what they were saying. And wow.
Yeah.
Not only is it less expensive, but it's close.
Close by us. Yes, in Maplesville. So
it's in Maplesville, Alabama.
Which
so
is 20 minutes from us.
20 minutes. Yeah. I wouldn't have any reservations about running out and going back and picking up some more. But y'all let us know what you think. I mean, we don't want to do.
I saw a bunch of people say, yes, ship lap. Yeah, I like it too. I really do. we're gonna weigh our options. We know we want to do the main room.
We're thinking we're for sure gonna do the den and both the bathrooms.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm thinking if we do the den, we may want to do the hallway.
I think the hallway too.
I don't know how we would transition because it's all so open.
I don't think it's going to be a problem.
I don't think
if we do the den, if we do the den in the hall and the two bathrooms and the rest of it in sheetrock, what do y'all think?
Yeah, I think that's what we're leaning towards doing. So hopefully that'll work.
I mean, it is something that we could do ourselves. However, we really hadn't entertained that much. We're going to get a price from the guys that did the drywall because they'll do this as well. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm your help, and I'm not 100% help.
I'm not a carpenter. I've said it before. I'm not. I'm really not. And what I've learned during this house build is that there's so much stuff that me and you need to be doing on the farm instead of
definitely
how to build a house because we don't know what we're doing.
But as I was looking up the differences, because he said we have nickel gap, which is pretty much the same thing as shiplap. So I Googled it just to verify that it was very similar.
Yeah.
It says nickel gap's much easier to install because it has the lip on it that you can let it rest on to put the second piece up. But we want to prime it and paint it.
Yeah, we're going to prime it and paint. It won't be stained or clear coated.
I mean, we like that, but for our style, it's not what we're looking for.
Right.
Mary Carl actually asked to keep hers natural. She wanted to paint one wall hunter green, I think, and then
said your mic's a little bit loud. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm yelling.
I can't see any. There's no
adjustment. Maybe I just need to back off of it. So y'all tell me if you can't hear me. I'm kind of I feel like nobody can hear me, so I kind of talk loud.
We're working on it. Okay.
Is it better?
It takes a minute. Cedar. I would love to do cedar.
Yeah, cedar.
Cedar, that's one of those things that, depending on where you're living, I've noticed that wood's different. We're in pine country. Here, pine is everywhere.
And that's what our shiplap or nickel gap would be pine.
And if we entertain cedar here in central Alabama, it is like,
I would literally have to take my arm off to pay for it because it's up there.
It is super expensive.
And we want what we want within our budget.
Yeah, so, that's right.
Not to say we don't love the cedar. It's just kind of not budget friendly.
Right. Yeah, cedar's crazy here. Always has been. Always has been.
We talked about our wall oven in our last live, I think is when we talked about it.
I don't know. We've talked about it so many times. And y'all, there's some showing out there. This is what's crazy. There's some showing out there at Lowe's and Home Depot and that kind of thing. And we've ordered them.
This is what happened. Okay. So we talked about it on the live.
Yeah.
And we were receiving lots of emails, lots of ways that we could possibly get one through a friends and family discount, through KitchenAid, Whirlpool, whatever. Right. All kind of resources, which we appreciate every one of our followers reaching out to us and different recommendations. So we ended up finding one in stock at a Homewood
Lowe's.
Homewood, Alabama. Lowe's.
Yep.
It's a little bit north of here. Not too far to drive, though.
Showed it in stock.
I found some, but they're Atlanta and 4 hours or so away from here. And I don't want to do that unless I have to. So they say it's still loud.
Said you're not loud enough now, but go ahead.
Oh, goodness.
I turned it up. Don't move it.
So what did we do as soon as we saw that one in stock? I told Jason, I said, I know they don't have it. You were more optimistic. You were like, well, they may.
They may have it. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money not to have it. So we ordered it.
Yeah.
Didn't hear back from them that day, which I thought was odd. Jason said, well, we ordered it at 7:00. They just didn't have time to pull it tonight. So maybe we'll get a message in the morning. Next morning, I had a voicemail. My phone never rang. Went straight to voicemail. Miss Smith, we don't have that wall oven in stock. We're going to have to refund you your money.
Yep.
Okay. It was kind of laughable because I thought it wasn't available. Jason thought it might be. And we knew how short supply they were. Day goes by. We get another email.
Well, yeah, we do. We're constantly checking too. And lo and behold, it showed they had it again.
It showed at the same store they had it again. So we thought they may have found it.
They have found it.
Maybe they found it, because why would you put something back in inventory if you didn't have it?
Why would you put it back in inventory, right?
So we ordered it again. That day, within an hour, I got a phone call. We should look right now on this live and see if it's back in stock.
You go ahead.
I ordered it. They called me. They said they didn't have it. I physically talked to somebody, and I didn't want him to feel undermined by me laughing, but I thought to myself, this is getting kind of funny, because this is 2 times in 2 days that I've ordered this oven and you don't have it. Don't put it back in stock. So get another email from somebody that said it shows that it's going to be available in your area and can be shipped to you by such and such date. I go on Lowe's website or whatever app that I use. Sure enough, it showed that it could be delivered to our local store on June the 14th. I thought, oh my gracious, this is a big change, because it has said no estimated date. So, is it back in stock?
It's back in stock.
It's back in stock. Yes.
It shows.
Yes, it's back in stock.
One available in Homewood.
It ain't there.
It's not there.
So as soon as I saw that, I knew that somebody physically went in there and put that it would be available June the 14th.
Yeah.
We ordered it.
Yeah.
We got an email that said that date may not be accurate.
Probably not going to be accurate.
But I have kept it on order just in case. And I was told from our appliance salesman that if I found it somewhere, to buy it.
To buy it.
Because they're in that shorter supply. And what we're looking for is a KitchenAid 30-inch double wall oven.
Watch you hang in.
Without a microwave. Just a double wall oven. What we ordered was with the microwave.
And you guys talked us out of the microwave, which y'all are a lot smarter than us, because we didn't think about that this microwave oven combo could possibly go out. Even if it went out, it could even go out 3 years from now.
You're stuck.
We're going to have an odd size hole.
Yeah, well, not only a hole, but something sitting there that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because we wouldn't want to do away with the working part of it.
Yeah, because if the microwave worked and the oven,
vice versa. So we'd be stuck with something in there that didn't work.
We weren't thinking.
So y'all told us that we might want to do that separate. Yes. And so we did that.
We did.
And I found a good deal on a drawer microwave, which can go in our island.
Yeah.
And help eliminate some of our cabinet space issue.
Right.
And put it in that island. And we found it. It's brand new in the box.
Brand new in the box.
It's made by KitchenAid, which is what we wanted. And the availability on that is August, if not later.
Yeah, that's right.
So we felt like we did a good thing by driving a little bit north and picking that up.
Got lucky on that. We got to keep looking, and hopefully we'll get lucky on the double wall of it.
Soon. And like I said, I have found some on Marketplace and Craigslist and places, but they're 3 hours away, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. If I get in a pinch, and we get down to the wire and we're ready to move in and we still don't have a wall oven, I'll drive to New York. But I'm not going to do it right now. Y'all, I cooked zucchini bread yesterday.
Oh, my gracious.
Tracy and Jean from Just Dig It Farm came over.
Yes.
And they recorded a little episode that's going to go out tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? You know for sure?
Yes, I know for sure.
Okay.
It's going to go out tomorrow. Let me look at what time. And they recorded it for Hoss Tools.
Mm-hmm. They were on Hoss Tools garden show. And they don't have good internet. And we got really good internet. We got fiber here in the middle of nowhere in this rural area we're at, which makes zero sense to me.
She didn't tell me a time.
She didn't tell you
She said Thursday night. It's going to go on Thursday night, which is tomorrow night. So y'all be sure to watch Jean and Tracy on Hoss.
At Just Dig It Farm on Hoss Tools Garden Show. Row by row garden show. What's he say? The best darn garden show on the radio.
So Tracy and Jean were kind enough to bring us a big bucket of squash, potatoes, zucchini, And some of her wonderful honey.
Oh, some of her honey too.
Yes,
That's right. Yes.
Honey.
Some of her honey.
Which Tracy didn't even get out the door. Mary Carl flipped the cap and was doing like this, pouring it into her mouth. And I thought, girl, where have your manners gone? So while I knew that I had a wonderful recipe on our www.coghillfarm.com,
our website,
for zucchini bread, I didn't think that now was a good time to make it.
That's what you said, but Mary Carl wanted it bad.
She wanted it bad.
She wanted it bad. That girl loves her some zucchini bread.
I think Tracy left 7:30 that night.
I think so.
Mary Carl wanted to make it that night.
She did. She wanted to go to town and get the stuff.
She wanted to go right then, and I said, look, I got to do a grocery pickup in the morning. Let's please don't go tonight. I was give out. It was end of the day. Let's just get the stuff tomorrow. It calls for unsweetened applesauce, which is just something I don't have on hand.
No, we don't have hardly anything on hand.
Well, honestly, I didn't have all-purpose flour on hand either.
Because you're not cooking that much.
I'm Instapot.
Yeah.
So
Instapot's been the savior.
It has.
Yes.
And Instapot did not sponsor us, but if they want to, they can send me as many Instapots if they want to. I'll line them up, and we'll have something different going in every one of them.
That's right.
You hear that, Instapot?
Yeah.
So, 12-year-old giving those eyes to you about how much she loves your zucchini bread and you're the best cook in the world. You got to give it a shot. Recipe calls for 50 minutes. 50. Okay. That's 10 minutes shy of an hour.
How long did it take the bread to cook?
110 minutes, which was 1 hour and 50 minutes.
So it's a little bit over.
A little bit. Every time I got it out, I would put the timer on 15 minutes and I would check it again. And it was just goo.
Goo.
And y'all, I kept telling Mary Carl had to have a piece while it was goo.
Yes.
I said, baby, you don't want this. It's not fully cooked and it's not going to be good. At first, Mama, this is the best zucchini bread I've ever ate. After 2 bites, can you put it back in the oven? You know how much is left today after cooking it for 110 minutes?
10 minutes.
110 minutes, which is 10 minutes shy of 2 hours.
Yeah.
That much is left.
She ate a bunch of it. And what happens with that oven in the camper, it's a gas oven, and the bottom gets really, 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 really hot.
Yeah.
And it's not convection, so there's no fan blowing. It's not, so everything you put in there, the bottom burns on. So you have to be really careful with it. So
you do. But she didn't complain at all once it finally got done. She ate, and I had needed to know what she wanted for breakfast this morning because we were headed out to go to the dentist, and I had plans for her, and what I suggested, she quickly crossed off the list and said I was planning on eating zucchini bread
for breakfast.
I'm
going to tell you, I had me a big piece last night.
Oh, so maybe that's where a lot of it went.
I got through editing the video that went out today. Ozella's eggs.
That's right.
I came in and I saw it sitting there, and I was like, y'all done gone to bed.
I
was like, I got to eat me a piece of zucchini bread. And
so I had too tempting, wasn't it?
It was, and I had way too big of a piece too. Too big of a piece.
It is a very good recipe. So if y'all want to make a good recipe for some zucchini bread, as long as you're not using a camper oven, you can follow the directions and I doubled it.
Yeah, you did. You made 2 loaves.
I doubled it, and because I knew I could freeze it, and it freezes well. I've done it in the past.
It's not going to freeze. I mean, it's going to be eaten.
Well, it is, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does freeze well.
If you didn't have a
family freeze really well,
ate an overload of it.
Yeah,
just pop it out and put it in a Ziploc freezer bag, and y'all, it comes out just as good as if it came out of the oven.
It's something just caught my eyes.
What?
It said my kids love chocolate zucchini cake.
Chocolate zucchini cake.
I'm going to have to research that.
Don't do it before we get out of the camper.
I'm not going to do it before we get out of the camper.
Because I have one more zucchini, but I'm thinking I might slice it up and cook it real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm not responsible for making 2 more loaves of zucchini bread.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's good, and I love to make my family happy, but y'all, it is difficult.
It is hard. I feel sorry for you. And then I even told you we could have done it on the grill, but it gives it a smoky flavor. So
it does. We thought we were doing a good thing, and I made a wonderful macaroni and cheese that's also on the website, isn't it?
I can't remember, y'all. It's been so long since we had the recipes working on the website, and since Jacqueline and Zach got our website going, the new design website going, they put all our recipes over there. And I haven't been into the recipe section because I haven't added anything because we've been hemmed up in the camper. So we're going to add a lot more recipes though once we get in the house and we get to cooking again.
So
chocolate zucchini is very, very good. I just saw that.
One request from Mary Carl. She's not a big eater, so when she requests something, we try to fulfill that request. Yeah. She's just pretty comfortable with whatever. Right. She doesn't ask for much. Mm-hmm. So she asked for macaroni and cheese, homemade.
Yeah. And you're talking about when I did it on the
So I grill. Made it, and I thought, well, Jason's cooking on the grill. We'll just throw the macaroni and cheese on the grill.
And I got a pellet grill, and I love y'all. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I love that pellet grill. You just put it on 350 or whatever temperature you want and press it. And it's even got a probe in it that I can put it in whatever I got cooking on the grill, and it'll let me know when it's the right temp. It is the lazy man's grill.
That is too easy.
But you can bake in it. You can literally bake because it's temperature specific. So if you put it on 350, it stays at 350. So they show it all the time, you baking in it. So we thought, why don't we just do the mac cheese in it? It'd be no problem at all.
That's right. And so when we went to serve it, while you and I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread,
yes,
Mary Carl was like,
she didn't like the smokiness.
It's a little smoky. I don't really like it.
She didn't like the smoky flavor to it. So we haven't baked anything else in it since. Yeah,
I'm sure the zucchini bread would have came out wonderful, but I was making it for her, and
right, would have had a slightly smoky flavor.
It would have, which we would have thought.
Probably thought was wonderful. Awesome. Yeah, right.
So
absolutely. Ozella.
Oh yeah. That peacock, y'all.
8 eggs. 8 eggs. I'm telling y'all, that video that came out today, that was absolutely.
What's that blue mean?
Somebody $2.
Oh, it means they sent stars.
Mm-hmm. Or that's on YouTube. I forget what it's called on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We don't know.
We don't know. And somebody asked about sending stars on Facebook. I really don't know about that either. All I know is that they cost a penny a piece or something like that.
Something like that. But we don't know how to set it up.
And we also don't put that thing in there that says
that's automatic from Facebook. All that's automatic. We don't do any of that. We just hit the live button and this thing starts going.
So we were talking about Ozella being on 8 eggs and
right. Yeah, that video. Actually, I didn't know what my video was going to be about yesterday. When I was recording, and I do that a lot of times. I'll just see how the day goes, and then I can find a story inside that day and make that the video.
Well, something happens every day.
Something happens, and yesterday was one of those days, y'all. I was out there, I was feeding. And you had, I think you went inside to do something for Mary Carl, and Ozella makes this crazy noise. And for some reason, it didn't pick up on the camera for some reason, but she does it. And it's very, very strange. And I don't know why she does it when she gets off her eggs. And it's kind of constant. It's just hee-haw. I mean, that's exactly what it's like. And so I heard her, and I was like, it didn't register with me, you know. And then the next thing I know, I'm in there in the chicken area, and I saw Ozella and Miss Lewis at the same time. And I was like, oh my gracious, I got to get down there fast as I can to the eggs. Well, by the time I got out, she had already hopped the fence and was headed back that way and was hee-hawing, and I could hear. So I was running.
I wish I could have seen that.
I was running. And then I get down there and I beat her for sure because she wasn't in a hurry. She was kind of
she knew you wasn't gonna sit on her.
Me,
eggs.
You, and Mary Carl, all 3 of us said 3 to 4 eggs.
Well, that's just what we've encountered in the past.
8 eggs.
Oh my gracious! You know what Mary Carl said?
What?
She said, "Mama, do you think that Miss Lewis could have laid in that nest?"
I thought the same thing.
I don't think so.
Miss Lewis is not. I think she's 1 year from laying eggs.
No, she's not. She's of age to lay eggs, but I don't think that they would have laid in the same place.
I know she loves her mama though.
She does. She's a mama's girl. Ooh. And one day, you and I were working in the fruit orchard.
Yeah.
And I told you, go, go, go.
Yeah, you thought it was her.
And Miss Lewis was walking, and I thought it was Ozella. And so you took off down there and you said, not her.
Not her. Ozella was still sitting on the
Not
legs.
her.
Yeah.
She took off.
She did take off. So we got about 14 days, 2 weeks, somewhere around 2 weeks to know if they're going to start hatching or not. I got a feeling they will. Last time she hatched, she was almost 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Carl doesn't think that. She thinks that the viability rate's going to be about 6, maybe.
Yeah,
I have pretty high confidence.
I'm going to set my expectations low so I won't be so disappointed. It's kind of what I do, but I'm thinking 4.
Well, it's a beautiful sight to see a mama peahen when they finally get up with their babies.
Yeah.
Because she's going to bring them back.
She's going to bring them back.
Once they all hatch
Yep.
and she feels comfortable, she's going to head back. Of course, we go check on her every day several times. So we're probably going to know by her demeanor that she has babies up under her.
Right.
But they're not going to come out until they're all hatched.
Yeah, and she'll bring them all the way up there. It's kind of crazy.
And I have water down there for, but y'all, I fill it back up and you can't see that the level's gone down at all. I think she just is kind of like Pink. She comes up here and gets her food at a certain time.
And I'm sure she does. And I can go down there. I mean, I've been down there every day.
Yeah.
And sometimes 3 to 4 times a day, and she doesn't move. I mean, she's like a statue, and that's the only time that I've actually caught her off the eggs.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just amazing because you cannot see her.
You can't see her.
And she's got all that blue, purple all around her neck. She is camouflaged, and she is a statue.
Well, I tell you, Mama and I had to go down to get something.
Yeah.
I think we were getting something out of the deep freeze that's down there. And I told Mama, go look around the corner. And she came back and she said, what is it? And I said, you didn't see Ozella. This was when she first started sitting. And she said, no, I didn't. And I had to go with her and pinpoint her because she's that camouflage.
Yeah. Me finding her was a miracle.
It was a miracle.
It was just chance because I went down to the barn. I went to get something, and I was on high alert because it's summertime here in Alabama.
Yep.
And we neglected the old barn.
Yep.
You know, we got so much going on, so we haven't been weed eating or anything like that around it. So I was just,
know what natural habitat it is.
Yeah, it's snake season right now, and so I'm high alert. My senses are just full fledged, and I went to move some stuff around right there on the corner. And how I caught her, I don't know, but I went over right to where she was, and it scared the bejesus out of me. I mean, I literally jumped, and I probably screamed too.
As soon as you got back, you said Ozella. Just scared the living daylights out of me.
She did.
And I had to go down there and take a peek at her. And, in days prior, we had seen her and Miss Lewis frequenting that area, which we knew was strange behavior. Because
right.
What would they be doing down there?
Right.
Which is a ways away from their, it's not an enclosure, fenced off area.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something. So I went to go clean out the chicken coops.
Oh. Speaking of,
I'm trying to
exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to think what day
it was. One day this week.
It was Saturday because you and Mary Carl were going to take flowers.
That's right. We made a flower drop at Petals from the Past. We did. We dropped off bouquets at Petals.
So my agenda for the day was to clean out the Cog County school bus, which is our chicken coop.
Yeah.
And so I went down to get the shovels out of the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I stepped inside the barn, and I knew the light switch was a few feet away, and I laid eyes on the shovel, and so I didn't even turn the light on.
Right.
Because I could see it. The daylight had enough light to where I could get over there. So I walked probably 6 steps to the shovel, and y'all, I'm talking about a half an inch from stepping on a snake.
She did. You should have seen her text.
Oh, my gracious. I didn't get the shovel. I backed up to the door. And since we have internet now that goes a little further on the property, I was able to send Jason a text, and there's no telling what it said because my mind doesn't even go back that far.
It's a family channel.
It's a family channel. I was a little flipped out a bit because I'm thinking to myself, I know where you went, little slithery. And you're right there where my shovel needs to go. And so I immediately cut the light on.
Yeah.
When I turned around to go cut the light on, guess what? Poof!
Gone.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
No idea which direction the snake went. I'm not like one of these people that is terrified of. I don't have a phobia of snakes or anything, but I came so close to stepping on it that my wits were just all different directions. But I knew I had to get that shovel. So I went back over there and I took something that was in the barn and I knocked the shovel over. And then I thought, oh, gracious, now I got to pick the handle up off the ground. So I ended up getting my shovels. And the whole time I'm cleaning out the coop, I was thinking about almost stepping on the snake. So then I got finished with that job and y'all were gone. I decided I was going to do a little pushy wheel weed eating.
Yeah.
It's just a weed eater that's on wheels.
Yeah.
Over like by Mama's tiny house.
Push more weed eater combo hybrid thing.
It's easy for me to use because all you got to do is just roll it like a push mower.
Right.
So here I am around where Mama's septic tank pipe is, and I'm, somewhere you can't get a lawnmower. So I'm doing my pushing and stuff. And here it comes. This is the same day now, just a few hours later.
Right.
This time it wasn't a non-venomous snake.
First time we pretty sure it was a chicken snake.
First
or a rat
time
snake,
I know
y'all want to call them.
I know it was really big.
Yep.
And the poisonous snakes around here, they can get big, but there was no rattle, first of all. And the copperheads, you usually see the copper color. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure it was a chicken snake.
Yeah, we're pretty much know what a chicken snake is because we just seen and dealt with them so many times throughout the years.
And I'm so confident that this one was a copperhead that I came upon the second time.
Second time, yeah.
That I cut my wheelie motor off and
I
said, I'm done for.
You're done for the day.
I'm not doing this anymore today. I've seen 2 snakes in one day.
That's it.
So my mom comes out because she hears it cut off and she says, are you okay? And I said, well, I just saw a pretty good sized copperhead and, I was pretty close to it. So I'm done. And she said, you know what they say, don't you? And I said, yeah, they say they are always in 2s. No, Brooke. They say they're always in 3s.
Really?
My great-grandma, I remember telling me it was in 2s, but Mama said that they're always in 3s.
Huh.
I thought, well, you ain't got to worry about me because I ain't doing nothing else the rest of the day. So I didn't. I didn't do anything else the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But the next day, I'm bush hogging.
Yeah.
And here comes, what are they called?
Black Racer.
Black Racer. That's okay. He's just doing his slithering out in the field where he needs to be, taking care of the mice situation. But there's my third one.
3. That's your 3
snakes
in 2 days. 2 days. Yeah.
3 in 2 days.
Yes.
That's a little close for comfort.
I haven't seen any.
Oh, hush. There's probably one sitting in here right now looking at us.
I do think about it though, y'all, because the flower farm is just exploded. It is gorgeous. There's flowers just everywhere and they're so thick. And I do think about it when I'm in there clipping and picking flowers. I really do think about it.
Well, the chicken snake was not easy for me to see. I mean, I literally was on it before. I know I didn't have the lights on, so it's not like there was a lot of vision there.
Right.
But it was not easy for me to see. So I'm thinking that we need to be more careful in places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
The copperhead was easy to spot.
Really?
When he started coming out of those weeds, and he was trying to get away from me. Right. He wasn't coming towards me. And I didn't kill him, but I didn't want him to be there either. You know?
I don't blame you.
I mean, I don't want to take something's life for doing it, whatever it's doing.
Right.
But I don't want it that close to the house either.
No, I don't want that close to the house either.
Because it was literally right outside Mama's back doorstep. And that's why I was cutting the weeds down to try to see where we're stepping.
It was real close to your mom, for sure.
It was. Yeah. And she has cats that, I don't think.
And I would think the cats, just the presence of the cats would kind of ward off snakes somewhat.
Wouldn't you think the presence of Pink living in that barn would have something to do with that chicken snake?
Yeah, true. I guess.
That's what I've thought all this time.
Because I don't think there's that many
mice
are sitting in there anymore either.
I don't either. Yeah. And I
haven't seen a mouse since Pink has been in there. Now,
I'm on my P's and Q's when I'm outside that barn.
Yeah.
But when I step in there, I'm not so careful.
Yeah.
But I am now.
Yeah, Pink does an amazing job.
Well, you didn't see a snake.
No, I didn't see the snake.
But
I did not see the snake.
As we were putting mulch out up at the entrance.
You saw one?
No.
Oh.
We were putting the mulch up under the fence and weeding. Remember?
Yeah, we're weeding.
Me and you were pulling weeds. And I said, look, a little rat.
Oh, it was, and you said rat, and that's what got me.
so the rat went away. And about that time, Jason goes to pull a weed.
Here he come right there.
He was right there.
Right
and
there.
He come this close from going up Jason's leg. And I couldn't do anything but laugh.
Y'all would have seen a dance in, I'm going to tell you.
It was hilarious. Because here I was just said, oh, look, there's a little rat. And he ran right by. And Jason, he come up and started.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It was funny. I would have broke it down if that rat went up. And it wasn't a rat, it was a mouse.
It was a mouse, and I said rat.
It was, yeah. But it was a mouse.
It was just a little field mouse, and that's what those
we haven't seen many of those either since when we first got here. They were everywhere in the field.
I'm gonna tell you,
everywhere in the field. But now it's not like that anymore.
I was kind of embarrassed to even talk about it because as I'm going down on my tractor bush hogging, and you're cutting the field because the grass has not been maintained here in so long. Well, it has now. But
it has now. I think that's why we don't have any field mice.
As I'm bush hogging, you could literally see their little trails where they were going in different directions.
Yeah, they were going everywhere.
And I could start counting them. You know, I saw 66 mice today while I was bush hogging.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's not like that.
It's not like that anymore. It's not. It's
They've
crazy.
Moved on to other fields. And
once we got in, and that was it.
We moved them out of their habitat. And when we were building our house at Little Cog,
same thing.
Except
those were wood rats we had over there.
They were big.
They were huge.
They were big.
Yeah.
And we built a house in the woods, and guess what? We built in their territory.
Right.
And so until we let them know we're living here now, and we're going to maintain this place, and there's nothing else for them to eat.
Right.
You know,
they moved on.
They moved on. But I'm hoping that snake that I almost stepped on decides to move on too.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
I just don't want to accidentally step on something that's there doing its thing.
Somebody said they haven't seen the pond in a while. Our pond is a runoff pond, which means that
I think we need to do a video on that.
We did. Well, we will. We did one not so long ago, but we'll do another one too. But our pond's a runoff pond, which means that we're going to depend on runoff to get it going. And we've had 2 days of rain in probably going on 12 weeks. I'm guessing.
We kind of knew that this was not going to be a rain, the rainy season. Our rainy month is probably December is our rainiest month.
And then, but it starts in November, December, January, February. But December and January probably are our two wettest months. That's what I'm guessing.
The base to the pond is there. The dam is there.
And it's got water in it.
Well, I was going to say, had we had the dam built back during the winter when we had so much rain that went over the top of the dam that was being constructed, we would probably have half a pond.
Yeah, we probably would. There's water in it, and we ain't had any rain, and it's still holding water. It's slowly evaporating, but and
Greg feels good about the way that it's holding the water.
Yeah, he does.
And he says that he's going to help. Once anything that needs doing, once the rainy season gets here, he's here. So
I do have the round pump that it's the mechanical pump, and we got a stream behind us. But I really don't want to go down there now.
My friends are down there. I have 3 friends, and they all live down there where you're going to put that pump.
Plus, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I haven't had time to even remotely fool with it. I have not. I really, really haven't. So we're depending on rain right now. We have some friends of ours that have a runoff pond too. It said it took theirs 2 years to finally get established to be perfect, like a beautiful pond. Greg was thinking 1 year, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, I think he's thinking once it starts showing signs of filling and the ground is saturated, then maybe we'll start pumping.
Right.
Because there's not really any point in pumping until the ground is saturated.
Yeah, because it's not going to pump a lot. That round pump is going to be a slow pump, and it doesn't have much pressure to it. But we'll see. Well, we'll see. It's there. The pond is there.
The pond is there.
We're just waiting on Mother Nature to do her thing.
The hole is there.
Yeah.
The hole is there, and the dam is there, and the overflow pipe is there.
It's all there.
So we're just waiting on Mother Nature to do its thing.
That is what we're doing.
Somebody just said, "What? When did the live start?"
I have no idea.
You can go back and watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it up, so it'll be a replay once we're done.
And even though it won't be alive, you'll still know that we were live. And
that's right.
It just act like it's on right now, and you won't know any different.
That's right. I have no idea what time we started. We usually have a timer.
I don't know either.
Oh, I was going to say, you were talking about the mouse running up my leg and me busting a move and dancing. I was going to mention the dancing. I do want to say that me and Lester have been doing a couple of dances, and y'all, some people have taken a little too serious that me and Lester are not in any type of competition whatsoever. We're just goofing off, having fun, and I really like making people smile and laugh. And that's what it's all about. Just making you guys laugh and giggle. And hopefully it makes you may have had a bad day and you got home and you see us goofing off and goofing and it made you smile. And that's what it is. I just want everybody know that it's nothing serious.
Yeah. And no serious. They might have a serious face on and the title might be serious.
It's not even that. Me and him are both usually giggling in them. So,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know
it's
what you mean.
It's just that some people might take it a little more than what it is.
Yeah.
It's we're all in this together. We're all on the same page. We want to help each other, and you just want to make people smile.
Just make people smile and laugh. That's what I love doing that. So yeah, it's I just wanted y'all to know that that's all we're doing. We're just having a good time and goofing off.
Jamie better be ready is all I can say, because I'm fixing to challenge her.
Oh my gracious.
I'm just kidding.
Oh me, that made my stomach hurt.
I'm really not. We are having a little delay on Mama's house. We've been waiting on cabinets for a while now, and we were told that they should be installed this past Friday or Monday, and that date has passed, and we still don't have any cabinets. So
still no cabinets yet.
We're just kind of in waiting process about that, but
hopefully something soon.
Well, I hope so too.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to hinder her from moving in. She did offer for us to move in first, but I almost feel like for us to move all of our stuff out of the camper that we live with on a daily basis.
We have to move twice.
Into her house.
And then back out.
And then back into our house and then moving her. We're so close.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to make that much difference to disrupt Mary Carl's bird situation.
That's true.
They're used to where they are. We want them to get used to it one more time, not two more times.
Yeah. That's
Same
true
with the
too.
dogs.
Yeah. Same with the dogs.
We don't have a fenced in area for the dogs to go out at Mama's house. Whereas when we get ours complete, we will have a fenced in area where the dogs can go out their doggy door into their little area and back in. And, we just want that to be finished before we move in.
Yeah. At first, it sounded like a great idea.
It did, and we appreciate it.
Now, more I think about it. Yeah, you're right. Having to move twice would be a pain.
And it's not like you think we don't have a lot of stuff in the camper, but there's a lot of stuff you use on a daily basis.
Yeah, every crevice is taken up in the camper. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Mary Carl opened a cabinet the other day and pulled something out, and I said, "Mary Carl, what is that?" She's shaking it, and it's in a pint jar. Mary Carl, what is that? It's a tincture.
Oh, yeah. Mary Carl's big into these I can't even say it. I don't even know. So
she and Jason went to a herb class.
We did.
Petals from the Past.
We went to herb class from Petals from the Past, and y'all, for a 12-year-old to sit there for 5 hours, because we had a 1-hour lunch break, so it was 4 hours of class. That shows you how much she was into it, because it was 5 hours, literally 5, or we got an hour for lunch. But besides that, she was there the whole time, and that stuff interests her a lot. She had some kind of tincture brewing in there before she went to the class. Yeah,
and then after she got to the class,
she got another one.
She's got another one going. And we literally have room for 2 pint jars, and that's what she's got in there. And she goes in there, and they're in a dark place,
They are in a dark place.
So she has to shake them from time to time to get that activation going.
One is for digestive, but I don't know what this new one's for.
I don't either. And she's using apple cider vinegar for her base instead of vodka. Instead of vodka, because she doesn't have access to any vodka. But you know that I stopped at a big discount store when I went to Selma today.
Yeah.
To pick up some popcorn.
They had apple cider vinegar.
And y'all, I know this was a deal, and I wish I had bought more. They had the Bragg apple cider vinegar organic with the mother.
You bought some
for $3.49.
Did you buy it?
I bought 2 bottles, but I wish I had bought 22 bottles.
Wow!
I just don't have anywhere to keep it in the camper.
Wow!
Mary Carl told me after we got down the road and I started talking about I wish we had bought more of that. She could have stored it in the pigeon loft.
That what she said?
Yeah, because she uses it for pigeons.
She does use it for
bathing
pigeons,
water and
she does
for health issues. What does that say? Is Ozella?
Ozella's daughter on a nest? Nope, she's not. She's not on a nest. She's walking around.
I didn't see her for a day, and I thought that she must be sitting somewhere, and I was kind of hoping she was, okay. And then that evening I saw her, so she's not sitting.
She's not sitting. Yeah, she's always every day when I throw out Scratch. She's always there.
She's there, and she's
always
doing well.
There.
So, and then the video before was about you, about the sour cream abandoning her children.
Yes.
Goodness, I never would have dreamed that she would have abandoned her precious children to start sitting on more.
And what's crazy is that she's been with them for how long?
I don't know.
She's been raising them goslings that we put up under and stole a gosling.
Yeah, she
from
stole
another
a third
mama.
One.
So she was raising 3 goslings
and decided to call it quits so she could sit on eggs again.
I'm sure they had a big family meeting about all that.
And Cantaloupe, he's kind of taken over the role of
no.
Sometimes he takes them.
The day I did that video, he was there. And then later on, I went back.
With her.
He was sitting with her. But there's 4 full-size, or maybe 5. I know it's 4 full-size geese that are raising them 3 children.
It beats anything I have ever seen in my life. They are so motherly.
They're very motherly.
I would just about be willing to bet that a goose is the most motherly animal on our farm.
And all the adults get along so well, and they all work together on raising
a family.
1 or however how many goslings there are.
Now we have 2 males that are out in the pasture with Nugget.
Yeah.
That I believe if their wives had children, they probably wouldn't all be getting along.
You don't think?
I don't think so. But I think that's a weirdo. I think that's just a weird happening.
Okay. Because everyone we ever had, they all worked together.
Big C and Humphrey.
Yeah, Big C and Hump.
They don't seem to jive. And I think if they both had babies, they wouldn't form one big family. They would go on their separate ways.
You may be right.
But changing the subject, but Mary Carl lets her pigeons out to fly every morning.
Right.
She opens the door and lets them go. Well, it seems like day by day they're going further and further, and she's trying to build their wing strength up to where we can take them half a mile or so down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got a cage picked out that she wants to take them down the road and release them and let them fly back.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to get their wing strength built up before they can go travel. I
figured their wings would be wing. I wouldn't have thought. That's interesting.
But what I was getting at is when she does that every morning, Nugget sees those pigeons as being something different that's on the farm.
Oh yeah.
And he just starts trotting real fast.
He does.
Because he sees that overhead and he knows it's not something. I was thinking about babies and geese and goslings. And
they actually got out. The 4 mamas and daddies and the 3 babies, they were out. And they're kind of acting like they wanted to go in there. And I almost put them in there because the alarm system lives with Nugget. And they're all buddies. But I thought, how things are with Nugget.
That's right.
And so I didn't want to put those little babies in there. And then
it's just, even though he's lived with geese all of his life, you put one new one in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just starts a confusion.
And it don't happen every time either. It just depends on who it is. I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and he eventually gets used to it.
He does.
And when we do have to do that, we sit there and watch and make sure everything's.
Usually we sneak a goose in there, and
we make sure it's hunky dory before we exit.
And usually he don't catch it.
Right. Yeah. If it's
but if he sees it come in a goose, then
see something different, and he knows it, and he knows it's not been in there in the past. It just sets off some kind of.
But I will tell you something funny. I don't know if it was Humphrey or if it was Big C, but one of them was chasing Nugget yesterday.
What?
Yes.
What was Nugget doing?
Running from it.
Why?
Because he was trying to bite him.
Wonder why he was chasing him.
Because I guess they're defensive right now. Because them mamas in there are broody.
They mean business. And they do form a group.
They do form a group.
I saw a little forum on a post, and somebody said instead of getting a guard goose, they wanted to get a guard peacock for their broiler chickens. And I thought to myself, you better stick with the.
I would stick with the guard goose.
You better stick with the guard goose because
I've never seen a peacock do anything.
Peacocks are loud, but I don't think they're going to ward off any predator.
I don't think so either.
And I didn't comment because I didn't want to seem like a know-it-all, and
Yeah, I don't think a peacock would be a good guard animal.
But I'm gonna tell you, geese are.
Yeah, geese are great.
Geese really are great.
They are. They're good. They really are. They're loud. I have some people complain in the videos because they do get very, very loud sometimes. But that's part of having geese. Nothing you can do about it. And some days I'll go out there and film, and you don't even know they're there. So who knows what sets them off? What makes them noisy some days and not others? I don't know.
I was thinking about Mildred being so friendly after the baby goats have been born.
Right.
It seems like, don't know what happened, but Mildred decided I was her mama again, and I'm thrilled about it. Somebody said maybe it's because I've been getting down on the level of the babies.
Maybe that's
and
a
I
good
used to
idea.
Get down
maybe
low with her when I fed her.
Maybe so.
Her bottle, and
that's a good one.
I mean, my mom went in there the other day, and Mama was petting on Mildred. So that she feels like she's in her element to be comfortable,
right?
Or she wouldn't be, doing the things that she's doing.
Yeah, she. I was loving on her today. I mean,
she's just turned the corner, and I'm so pleased.
Yeah, because she was really friendly, and then she wasn't really friendly. Then she got really friendly, and then she wasn't really friendly, and now she's back friendly again. So. Hopefully all that's done.
It broke my heart because I felt like I had done something wrong, and all I did was offer her a bottle, and she declined it 3 times and didn't want it anymore. And
that weaning Mildred was one of the easiest things we've ever done.
It was,
and it was going to be hard.
Yes, and I thought that, she was going to be 2 years old, and I was still going to be buying formula, which was fine with me. But she decided on her own she didn't want it anymore.
She stopped the bottle, and that was it.
She did.
Yep.
She stopped it, and I don't know. But I saw one of the babies out there standing right beside her before I came in this podcast. It was the little white buckling.
The little boy, yeah.
Yes, and they look so cute just standing. She's so good with them.
She is good with them.
She lets them walk up under, and she never bats an eye.
They'll get on her while she's laying down. Yeah. Yep, she doesn't. Peaches don't mind them either.
No, Peaches doesn't mind them.
She lets them crawl on her too.
She does not mind them. Well, I'm all out of talk.
All out of talk. I don't know how long we've been talking. I think it's probably been a while.
Does it say?
No, it don't say how long we've been going.
I'll think of something if y'all want to sit here long enough. I'll think of something else to talk about.
Oh, I don't even know what time it is. It's 8:30.
I know what time it is. Yeah, we've been talking a while, I think.
We've been talking a while.
Well, I don't know if everybody enjoyed this format.
I hope so.
But
it's going to be easier for me if so.
Yes. We don't have time to do it the other way.
Yeah.
So you take this, and then we'll be outside
an hour. They're saying an hour. Spend an hour. So that's good.
So we'll be outside some. We'll do this some. We'll mix it up. Mary Carl will be with us outside some. If she wants to come in here, she's welcome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like we're stopping a video to do this.
No.
There'll still be 3 videos a week.
Right.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Right.
We'll try to set up a schedule for this.
Yeah, we'll try to set up a schedule for the sit-down one.
For the sit-down one.
The ones that we just randomly just start filming outside are just going to be random.
They're just going to be random.
Just when we have time and feel like we got a good opportunity to do a live. And for some reason, YouTube doesn't struggle with us sitting in here, but YouTube struggles with the outside format for some reason. So
we don't want to feel like we're cutting anybody short. Some people don't have YouTube that have Facebook. YouTube costs you nothing. You can go and you don't even have to subscribe to watch it.
But they can watch on Facebook or YouTube. It doesn't matter.
I was just saying, and some people that watch it on YouTube don't have Facebook. So that's why we try to do it on two platforms to keep everybody in the loop as to what's going on with the snakes.
And the 8 eggs.
And the 8 eggs.
And kissing a fool.
Yeah. All that.
Oh, well, I hope there was somebody that was asking about the Purple Pigeon Palace, and we had talked about it early on in the live. But yes, I had worked on it today. I don't know how much longer it's going to take. I got to get some more wood. We got to get tin for the top.
That won't take long.
And wire for the side. A couple of weeks, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, we're just as ready as you guys are to get it finished. It's just been so many things going on at one time. We have to tend to who's here to work on the house.
Right.
Jason has to edit. Jason has to video. So I can't build the Purple Pigeon Palace by myself, unfortunately.
Yep.
And if I could, it still wouldn't be finished. So that's just where we are.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
That's right.
We're going to do our best to get everything back in order and try to set a date for a sit-down podcast.
Yes, we will.
What else are you reading?
I'm just reading it. It's a lot easier on this program we got to read all the comments.
You want to ask people if they have any questions really quick, and we can answer a few questions
before it gets too late.
Before it gets too late, I'm gonna get all up in because I can't see.
You can't see.
Do y'all have any questions that you would like to ask?
Just the camera's on the
computer,
I know. So when you bump,
I'm being real still.
Oh me.
No questions.
It's delayed a little bit.
Oh.
Yep. See, they're still talking
about
that
YouTube. Person said I'm YouTube only, and I understand that. Yep. Some people aren't on both platforms. Right. And Pond, we talked about that a little bit earlier. The pond is going to be a runoff pond, so it is going to wait on a little bit of rain to try to saturate the bottom.
And start filling it up. Well, they're coming in now, ain't they? Are we growing any vegetables this year? Probably not for summer. We're a little late on that. Just the garden is not ready for vegetables. Flowers are way easier. I'm going to tell you guys, flowers are way easier to grow than vegetables. Not hardly any pests. The zinnias and sunflowers will grow just about anywhere. Cosmos. So I have to get the soil worked up, and I just hadn't got to that point yet for the vegetables.
Somebody said I could read the comments from my phone. That would be a good idea for next time. And I read, are you going to build an outside shower like Daniel Arms? We have a shower inside our garage where my mama won't see any of us naked. And
it was a last minute thing that is kind of your idea. We got kind of an outside bathroom. We put a bathroom in the garage that's like a utility bathroom that's got a utility sink, a stainless steel utility sink. So if we have a dirty dog or whatever, we can go in there. If we come in and we're dirty from working in the garden or whatever, we can take a shower in there without tracking in the house.
Are we going to give Jamie any peacock eggs? Ozella's been sitting on them for about 14 days. At this time, you can't pull eggs out from under her
to ship them.
And they live in Texas and we're in Alabama. So it's not like we could just hop on over and give them one, but hey, we're buddies. If they want to, we'll help anybody any way we can. How about that?
Yeah. If we have 8 peacocks and Lester and Jamie want a peacock.
Or 2 or 3.
Then they can get a peacock.
And somebody asked, would we be getting an ostrich?
We are not getting an ostrich right now because we're just not set up. I've talked to Lester a lot about the ostrich situation, and we're not ready for it yet.
We're not ready for it yet.
Once the house gets built and because the way we have our animals set up now, it's not going to look like that this time next year. It's going to be changed. It's going to change up a good bit, and we're going to build a barn eventually over there too. So that's all going to be different. And I'd like for all that to be finished before we get anything else, something like that.
And somebody said that Houston Arms needs peacock eggs. And I did answer that earlier.
Yeah.
She's been sitting on the eggs for too long to grab them up and ship them and then somebody incubate them. So that's not a possibility. There again, Daniel's in Oklahoma and we are in Alabama. So, I mean, the same thing stands for Daniel. We would love to give Houston peacocks, but they're not going to make it through the mail. And I'm not flying anywhere right now.
They have to drive.
They would have to drive to Alabama. Let's see.
How long will Ozella? It's around 30 days for a peacock.
Yeah, it's right at 30 days.
Yeah, somewhere around 30 days.
Have we considered getting llamas? Our issue with our friends in our area that have had llamas before and alpacas
in our area
is Alabama is hot. Alabama is very hot.
It's our humidity, y'all, that's so bad here. Like today, our dew point was like 73, 74. Anything above 50 is crazy. And ours it's up there. And if you don't know what the dew point means is it's just the moisture in the air. That's how they measure the moisture in the air. And so it doesn't evaporate when it's that high. So you always feel wet and sticky and grimy. And so that's our problem here. And the llamas kind of struggle with that. Those long-haired type animals kind of struggle with that here in Alabama. And
we witnessed that firsthand. Our friend, actually, she lost all of hers due to heat over time. Mm-hmm. She had a sprinkler system set up. She had shears.
Yeah.
She bought special shears that the clipper blades went dull so quick on her.
Yep.
And they wouldn't stand still for her to shear them.
Yep.
So I think that an alpaca or a llama just may be out of the question in Alabama. It's just too hot, and I don't want to put anything into a miserable state.
I don't either. I don't.
Trying
to
make it.
Love to have them though.
Oh I think they're precious, and I mean, I would love to have one, but I don't want to see anything suffer.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yesterday, I think it was you sprayed Nugget down, and Nugget's from a hot climate, so he can handle the heat, but we still feel like you know something needs a little relief, and I'm not so sure that alpacas and llama fur would mix with us. What about horses?
We've had horses before. I love horses. I like riding horses. Mary Carl got into horses once early on, and my granddad's always been a horse person. I've been around horses off and on my whole life. I really like horses, but I got scared. I'm not going to lie. I got scared. Rode horses all the time, but we had an instance happen with our group that was a freak thing, and somebody almost seriously got hurt really, really, really bad. And I was like, gosh, if that would have happened to me, because an experienced rider, it wouldn't have made a difference. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, but could have. And it just scared me. It really did. I thought if I got hurt and Mary Carl and Brooke,
we're left without a provider and without a daddy and without a husband, then
I got scared. It scared me. It really did. It scared me.
I tell y'all
but I love them.
When Mary Carl, from about the time she could walk, she was just so involved with horses, everything horses.
Yeah.
Horsey. I mean, her first word was mama or daddy, but horse wasn't far behind. Horsey. And so when she was about 2 years old, we ended up getting her a little miniature pony.
We did.
His name was Tucker, of all things. And we named him Tucker.
Yep. It was a movie she liked.
It was Racing Stripes.
That was it, with the zebra.
Yep. And it had a little mini horse on it, and his name was Tucker.
That was it.
Tucker's mane went one side, and then the rest of it went to the other side.
Yeah, big Cowley.
And y'all, he was the best miniature pony anybody could ever ask for.
He was.
He was awesome, and that was her love. That was her love. She had boots. She had to have some spurs, even though she never did
saddle,
anything with them.
we did
Saddle.
everything.
Every day
saddles.
when Jason got home, he had to saddle that horse up and
Yep.
lead him around with Mary Carl.
I even set up barrels, and we pretended we was barrel racing.
Yep.
It was a lot going on.
And we really didn't
Yep.
have the property for horses at the
We
time.
didn't.
But we fenced it in
Yep.
and we made it work. And we ended up getting a horse for you. So the
We did.
miniature wouldn't be alone.
That's right. I got a
And-
horse, and then I don't know. It kind of grew.
It grew. It grew. And then I ended up getting a horse.
You
And
did.
long story short, Tucker's demeanor ended up changing
Yes.
because he was around other horses and it scared Mary Carl. He
Yep.
started doing some things that were different and not his normal behavior. And we just, it scared us. It scared us all.
Yeah.
And I think it scared her because she started withdrawing from horses and kind of falling into chickens slowly.
Right.
Maybe she felt like chickens weren't dangerous at 2 years old. She's smarter than we thought, right?
That's right.
But we had horses until she
We
was
did.
about what? 6?
I can't. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it was about 6.
She was about 6 probably.
Yeah,
And we had as many as 4 at one time.
we did. Yeah,
Um,
we were hardcore into horses. Somebody said, I just read a comment about the alpacas, and they said they thought it was strange they couldn't handle heat because they're from the desert, but that's a dry heat.
Yeah, it's
This-
a different kind of heat.
It's not this. If you've never been here, it's hard to explain. But it's the humidity in the air here is rough. It really is. It really is rough, and it's hard. It's hard to explain if you've never been here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said, we witnessed it firsthand. She was an animal person who had every kind of
Oh, yeah.
experience under her belt, and she lost the animals, and it just killed her to know that she had them in a situation where she might not should have,
Right.
and they didn't make it.
Or the Victorian crowns laying. They built a nest. We thought they were going to lay, and I mean, they worked on that nest for 2 weeks.
Yes, it was a
And-
big
yeah,
event when they
big
built the
event.
nest. And we never saw an egg.
They never laid an egg.
They never even,
Yep.
sat in the egg.
Yep.
New puppy for Foxy. Foxy is a very dominant dog.
She is. I mean, we do plan on getting a new livestock guardian dog at some point, but we want to wait till the house is built.
We do. We
Yeah.
want to make sure we have time to
Yeah.
spend with it.
Right.
We want to make sure that we have time to spend with Foxy as well.
Right.
That we can train Foxy to know that it's going to be here to work. And Foxy's doing an excellent job. I know anything can happen at any time, but
Yep.
she's doing a great job at covering it.
And I'm going to tell you, last night when I got through editing, I came and it was late, and I edited this little canned ham. If you guys don't know, and this thing is it's an 11-foot camper.
If I stretch my
outside
arms
to
out, I'll hit
outside.
each side.
But anyways, this is my office and editing room, and then the big camper is right next door. So I was staying here and I edited. Well, Foxy was on it. I mean, she was on it last night.
If there's something on this property,
Yeah.
it's not going to be here long.
So I went out. Jewel and Sonny were right along with her barking.
Really.
I swear. Yep. So she's got help. It's just not your typical, it's 2 mutts, but they're doing it. They're helping her for sure.
I'm seeing some comments on some videos. Where are the dogs? Why haven't they been in the videos? And I guess back when it was cooler, they were
Yeah.
side by side with
They
us.
were, but since it's hot outside, they're in the cool, they're in the shade. They're not coming out much right now.
And I might go
Yeah.
to move my vehicle sometime, and Foxy comes out from under it, and you wouldn't have even known she was there otherwise.
Right.
What does that say? It's swampy.
Swampy. It's very swampy.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels
It
like in the
feels
air.
like, yeah.
Somebody
Right
said,
now.
"What
Man,
about
right
a
now.
donkey?"
Yeah,
I would
you
love to have a donkey.
Yep.
I would love
Yep.
to have a donkey. There's several that live across the street from us, and I
Mhm.
love to see them. I love to hear them. That may be a possibility. However, we want to get things. I know we keep saying that. We're just not spontaneous people. We need to have things
We're-
planned out.
We're not spontaneous unless we need to be like situation with Moody and Mildred.
That's right. That's
But,
a different
for the
story.
most part, we it's like
We like to think things through.
it was 2 years before we got an emu, and we talked about it and talked about it and talked about it.
I mean, and one reason is because just like every other creature, emus need a special food.
Yeah.
An emu's not going to survive if it doesn't have the correct amount of protein, the correct amount of fiber. And we researched it. Google can answer just about anything you need to know. Yeah. And we spent a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, we did.
And we also spent a lot of time making sure that that nugget came from a healthy environment.
Yes.
And that we weren't getting something that was just a,
right,
breeding facility. Right. He was one of a kind, and it shows.
Yeah, he was.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to have a donkey. I just want to make sure all our ducks are in a row.
Exactly. See any more? That's about it, ain't it?
What is your favorite thing about having a farm?
Whoo.
I could not live in a neighborhood again. And I grew up in a neighborhood. There's a podcast that goes back to tell about our past.
Yeah.
I grew up in a neighborhood. When Jason and I got married, I said, I don't care where we live, but we're living in a neighborhood. So he bought a house before we were married, and we lived in a neighborhood. We had neighbors all around us, just, your typical neighborhood. And once we had an opportunity to move to Little Cog, because his parents had land that they owned that they didn't realize they owned.
Right.
That's a whole nother story.
Right.
We kind of talked about it, and we talked about building a house, but it was not in a neighborhood. Best decision we ever made.
It was.
Because I had a love that I didn't know existed.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah.
Me
I mean,
too.
while you didn't grow up in a neighborhood,
right.
You weren't in a rural setting.
Right.
You weren't to where you could go outside in your underwear.
Right.
And I think that just meant the world to us to feel like we had knew what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to have space to raise animals that we love. And
you'll see 389 Country. That is the new, I was going to announce that, then I totally forgot that we're going to be streamed on 389 Country in North Carolina. The podcast will be. And they just asked, what is our favorite country song? That's like asking somebody what is their favorite child, but we only have one, Subby. Gosh. Lord, I'm trying to think. What would your favorite country song be?
Oh, goodness. I'd have to think about
of a George Strait song, and there's just so many. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Do you know that mothballs keep snakes away?
I heard that. One more question that I saw that I like to ask before we go is, and that's nugget and a female. Well, we haven't got nugget a female yet because from our research and what we've been told is that female emus can be aggressive. There's a chance that it won't be sweet like nugget. They're opposite of ostriches. Like y'all see with Lester, the male Carl, he's a little mean. It's kind of different with the emus where the females can be aggressive. And the Useless Farm, y'all go watch her female emus. They are nasty. So that's why we have never got a female emu. Not to say, I don't know, we may get another male emu or something, but I just can't see us getting a female. I just don't want to take the chance of something being mean here.
I just read something funny.
She
said, I'm a female Australia. Will I do? I think her name was Joyce, if I'm not mistaken. You want to be Nugget's girlfriend?
Come on.
He would love you. Useless Farm is hysterical. Somebody I saw pop up that said Daniel and DJ have miniature donkeys. Yes. Jason and Daniel are very good friends. They talk very regularly.
Probably daily.
It's just not something we've crossed yet as far as a miniature donkey goes, but I would love to have one day.
Yep.
Are we still reading questions, or are you trying to hang up? Somebody said I needed some glasses, and so I put them on thinking that they might see my glasses. It doesn't help.
That's because you got readers. You don't have prescription glasses.
I have readers, and this is too far away for me to read.
Yeah.
With readers.
Woo.
One more question.
What
size shirt does Mary Carl wear? A youth large or an adult small?
Yeah.
Did I say one more?
You gonna do one more?
Yeah.
One more.
I can't find the podcast on Facebook. Well, when we're done, you'll be able to find it by typing in Cog Hill Farm.
Well, if they wrote that, then
time to get those eyes checked, Brooke.
Yeah, she knows it.
I know. I had glasses when I was in high school. I actually had contacts, but I had such headaches from them that I never wore them long enough to get it settled. Cows. We have cows. We have 2.
Yeah.
Okay, they say we're awesome.
Well, good. See anything else?
I want to answer a question that I have read numerous times.
Okay, this is it, right?
This is it. No more after this. Okay, so y'all just get your questions out. A lot of people don't know what we're doing with the flowers. They think we're just growing them to look at.
Oh no, we got an actual working, profitable flower farm. We're growing the flowers right now. We're taking them to Jemison, Alabama, to our favorite nursery, which if you follow us, y'all know who we're talking about, and that's Petals from the Past. We usually take them on Thursdays, Fridays, give or take, try to get them there for the weekend.
This weekend's going to be a big weekend.
Yeah, we're going to try to cut tomorrow and take a whole bunch tomorrow.
They have the Blackberry Blueberry Festival.
Yeah, we always called it the Blackberry Festival. Tracy called it the Black and Blue Festival. So, yeah.
And they allow you to do like a U-pick thing where you go out and you grab a basket, or they have them pre-picked for you.
Yeah.
Because this Alabama heat will get you down real quick. But that's what we're doing with our flowers right now.
Yes.
Who knows where we'll venture out to next?
Yeah, and who knows how? I just something I always wanted to do, and just going to see where it goes. And I do think
that while Jason said we didn't plant any vegetables this year, they're so much easier to grow than flowers because there's not that pest problem. I think next year our potager garden will be in full effect.
Yeah, our potager garden, which will be our kitchen garden right behind the house, that's going to be our main garden.
That's going to be our main garden. So I think we're kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's right.
And may just keep this front area just for flowers and keep the vegetables in the back. So that way we can easily maintain them.
Exactly.
Have you put any flowers out by your gate yet?
No.
No, but we put the mulch out there.
Mulch is out by the gate, though.
I lied.
That was one of the questions.
I answered a question.
Oh, we even showed No, we didn't.
What?
No, we didn't. I filmed the mulch at the front gate for the video so to go out today, but I didn't put it in the video because it just didn't fit.
Well, so we have the mulch delivered. If you didn't see that video, it was a great arrival when that mulch pulled in because we knew we had projects waiting on it, and we don't have the plants in the ground yet up at the entrance, but we got mulch there, and it looks
way better.
A million times better.
I'll try to show that in the next video. Sure will. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the first ever live podcast.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out well for us to continue on.
Yeah,
like we're doing. If you don't like our sit down, you don't have to watch it. But if you do enjoy it, it's for you.
That's right.
So,
and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
That's right. And we'll try to come out with a schedule too.
Yep, we will.
All right.
Y'all be good.
Y'all be good.